Well, hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So, shalala boom, we got the Mark III back up and running right now. And right now, I'm just continuing on, so yeah, welcome to the Adventure Series. I'm continuing on, this is episode 7 of an Adventure Series for Dinosaurs. And today, I will be reviewing Return to the Lost World, as actually part of this whole segment of the Adventure Series for the Dinosaurs. I'm going to be, I'm going to watch the true original, The Lost World, from Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, the movie based off of his book. And this is, I mean, I know there's been several incarnations of this movie made over the years. I don't know if this is exactly the second one or not. But it's called Return to the Lost World, and it's, at least whether it's the second one or not, I perceive it as that. It's at the very least one of the incarnations of the Lost World, and it's actually not bad. John Rhys Davies, he's the actor. He plays I forget the character's name, but he's in the he's in the Indiana Jones movies, primarily Raiders of the Lost Ark. But yeah, damn, it's at the tip of my tongue. I normally know it, but I can't. On the moment I can't think of the name of the character from Indiana Jones. But he plays basically like a sidekick kind of partner to Indiana Jones, especially in Raiders of the Lost Ark. He did a good job. I mean, the acting in this is kind of shoddy. It's pretty low budget. There's not, all that amount of great actors in it. But he did a really good job. And the way he voiced the Lost World, like the way his voice said that, actually, he probably says it the best of anybody. And what I did like about the movie is it takes place in Africa. There's this tribe of natives. And there's these explorers. One group of them were like bad explorers, trying to exploit things and take over things for themselves. And then others were a group of scientists that were actually there for preservation and conservation efforts, which John Rhys Davies was part of that. And so it becomes a bit of an activism story among the two divisions of explorers that are coming upon this land, and their mixed beliefs on what to do with it and stuff like that. But it wasn't so much like dinosaurs and in mysterious, jungle ways and like action based that way. Like it's not very monster based. It's fairly they honed in. I mean, you can tell it's a really low budget movie. It's probably why, but they actually came up with a really good method for working with the low budget. At least that's what I'm perceiving it as doing, is they came up with a story that kind of grips you, that kind of invests you into wanting to see, but it's very simple. It's after all this is said and done with the explorers, and of course the good ones triumph and all of that, and blah blah blah, the basic story tropes. After that happens, there's this volcano that is about to erupt and wipe out this whole village, and the natives there are like, this is a super spiritual land, this is a super sacred area to them, and they refuse to leave. It's like they don't want to die, but it's like if this whole area is getting caked in lava, then they're staying with it. There's no way they're leaving, kind of a thing. So the explorers go in, and there's an explosive that was designed either by Davies' character or by somebody else. I forget exactly, but I'm pretty sure it was his character. And they basically, it becomes a bit of an adventure, trying to climb into this volcano and stop it from erupting with this other explode. It's sort of like an idea where if they put it in a certain area, it's gonna like, push the volcano down deeper and sink the lava down underground out the other, like down the side of the other mountain where there's nobody there, and sort of the soil fall on top of it and bury it, kind of a thing, right? And so it works, but in the whole time they are trying to protect, because a couple dinosaurs got killed I think a mother dinosaur and a father dinosaur, because there was just the baby left behind. But a couple dinosaurs got killed by the bad explorers, and then the good ones, they retrieve the baby. And again, like the animatronics in this movie aren't good at all. Again, you can tell they're really low budget, but they only had a few quick, snippet shots of the parents, and it's still sad. Like they're still, like the dinosaurs are really cute. Like that's what I'm gonna get into in a minute. But it's still sad when they die, but it doesn't go into like heavy duty action shots with it. It just shows a quick, they get shot, and it just shows a quick, aftermath of it. It doesn't go into like a big action sequence or anything like that. But the dinosaurs are so cute. I mean, they're animatronic, like they're handmade. You can tell they're handmade. Like they're a mixture of animatronics and like and just like props, right? But they're so cute. Like I totally, especially the one baby. I don't even know what they're quite hybrid looking dinosaurs. Like they're not very accurate to real dinosaurs. I don't even know what dinosaur this one would be, but it looks to me the most similar to like a Stegosaurus or an Ankylosaurus. I think Ankylosaurus is actually more like what the creature in this movie looks like, but it still doesn't really look like any of those. It's kind of a very strange kind of hybrid looking creature, but anyway, it's just really cute. Like it looks like a mixture between like a really cool and cute, kids like remote controlled dinosaur toy thing mixed with a really cute dinosaur teddy bear, mixed with just kind of a cool, like still kind of cheesy looking, but kind of cool, at least beginner class replica of just an artwork, like just a built piece, like just a prop piece of art, right? And so, and that's mainly the dinosaur you see and that they center on, and I liked that because, like, I really think with the looks of some of the animatronics in this, I think they chose these storytelling tropes for budget reasons. At least that's how I would perceive it anyway. And so I will say they actually did quite a good job with that. And all the other times, there's not very many moments at all really, but all the other times that you do see dinosaurs, it's just for a quick moment, and they're still cool shots. Like it's not like it's devoid of dinosaurs, like it's not like there's no dinosaurs, but it's usually a quick shot, and it's usually silhouetted some kind, and it's usually like a silhouette shot in a sunset background or like a stormy background, or even some sort of like a fictional set and a forest background, but not for very long. You just see the dinosaur turning its head for a second, or walking through an area briefly, and the shot ends. But it's really cool looking. Like while you're there, like they do it in a way that you don't see the flaws so much. Like it's quite cool looking while it's there. So yeah, I didn't love the movie, or anything, but I certainly didn't hate it. I had an all right time with it. It's definitely more passable than some other low-budget movies of the same genre. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's still a pretty low-budget movie. It's still a pretty cheesy movie. It still heavily has flaws due to a lack of production. And but they pulled it off fairly well. They pulled it off quite fairly well for what they had at hand. And for grading it, this one's trickier because I certainly ain't going. Yeah, I'm certainly not even going to a B. I think I'm gonna end up leaving it at a B minus, but let me explain why. Because it's certainly not good enough even to go into the B territory. Like anything above that, like even though movies that a lot of people didn't like or that might seem kind of strange to give such a high rating in some of my other reviews, I have either personal reasons or just individualistic film interpretations that sort of back those up. But this really, I liked it, but maybe even more than I thought I would. But it's still just the quality of it just wouldn't. I'd feel crazy giving it anything above, like from B or anything above that. But that would just be crazy. But yet it's too good to go down into the C's. It's really too good to go down into the C's, if you ask me. So yeah, I think B minus And again, heavily to clear up why is because of the achievement with lack of production, right? But I think I'm confident that that is a reasonable rating to give Return to the Lost World. So yeah, that is my review for Return to the Lost World, everybody. This was episode 7 of an adventure series for dinosaurs, and I will see you next time.